Hey there, Scott Rendall. I wanted to speak with you today about one of the services we offer, which is stone cleaning, polishing, and also maintenance and care. This is a piece of slate, and what we've done here, you can see that this side this is a raw side, so imagine this has just been cleaned. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. This side here actually has what's called an enhancing sealer applied to it. And you can see a little bit on the side. What happens is it'll soak in and change the surface tension, creating like a barrier that makes it look wet. And this is completely dry. It's been like this for weeks and weeks. So let me show you what happens on a raw side of the stone if you have spills, mud, whatever, compared to the side that's been sealing, has the enhancing sealer. Plus, I think the enhancing sealer side looks better. That's just my opinion. The wet look to me looks really neat and just makes it look more rich. So let's try some water. I'm just going to put some water on here. Just drip some on. And right away you can see that it's not beating up, it's soaking in. It's running down. Right here it's starting to dry out. So I can see that, this side definitely is raw and does not have any protective barriers on it. So the surface tension on this is accepting the water. And if that was dirt, it would soak right in, like mud or spills. That would just soak right into your stone. And it'll stay like this until it's dry. Now let's try the enhanced sealer side. It looks wet. I mean, these two sides look comparable. But this side has the enhancing sealer, and again, it's been like this for weeks and weeks. When this dries, this will look like this again. So let's try some water also on the enhancing sealer side. You can see it immediately ball up. See how it's bubbled up here? It doesn't soak in. It just sits on top and dries, and it doesn't change the color. It doesn't change the color of the stone either. So we can leave this on here as long as, many hours, and it's just not able to soak in because we've changed that surface tension to make it so that it repels moisture. Just dry this up and you can see, this side, it looks like this side still, but if I just left this here to dry, it won't ever soak in. That's the cool thing with the enhancing sealer. So that's just one of the services we offer. Now this side is starting to dry. You can see it's turning lighter, and over time it will go back to this. So we're not so concerned about just water being dripped on here. It's not going to leave a water ring or anything like that unless it's got a lot of minerals in it. That could happen. This could have a white ring that dries on the outside if the water was extremely hard. So that's one of the concerns with just using water on a raw stone and not sealing it at the end. But the fix for that, we put an enhancing sealer on, and then we have a stone that looks really nice for a long, long time. This will not last forever. Several years is what we usually say. If it's in a super high traffic area, maybe a couple of years. And once you've done it, the traffic lanes generally will be the areas that need to be touched up. There's also other protectors that could go over top of this that we do not recommend. One of them is an acrylic sealer. And if you're familiar with VCT tiles, like in a hospital or a school, the janitor comes out and puts a wax down, an acrylic, and then he lets it dry and sometimes polishes it at the end. And he'll continue to do that, building up layers and layers. Well, with the enhancing sealer, it's a one and done. You put on one or two coats, and that's it. You don't put on any more coats for that particular system, and there's no polishing involved with it at all. So that's our enhancing sealer after we've cleaned the stone for slate.